Yes. Welcome to the third quarter meeting of the Delaware County Stormwater. It's August the 3rd, 2020, and it's about 10:02. Please stand and do the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. So, Mrs. Hardy, roll call, please.
Miss Reagan,
Present.
Mr. Borchers,
Here.
Mr. King,
Here.
Mr. Henry,
Here.
Mr. Brook,
Here.
and Angie Moyer is present also.
And-
And Jason Donato,
And Mr. Donetti's here. Yeah.
snuck in on us.
Well, thank you. The old business, we had our meeting on Zoom, June 3rd, I believe, or 4th. And we do not have any minutes due to some,
I will take care of that and have them for the next meeting.
thank you, sir. We appreciate John doing that for us. It was kind of different meeting on the Zoom, but at least we did meet. And I know that Angie, you want to give us some old update, Angie, on the Blue State? Oh, I guess we have it down here under new business, but we'll do new business under Blue State.
Sure. Each of you should have a copy of the quote that I received from Cooley Contracting. And there's also attached an aerial marking all the locations that need point repairs. Originally, the complaint came in from Mr. Ryan McCorkle, who lives at 9501 North Allen Drive, with concerns about a sinkhole in his backyard. Cooley investigated, sent some cameras, did some jet rotting. Cooley feels pretty confident that his is a blowhole due to blockages downstream. So once these point repairs are made, he should be good to go, but we will continue to monitor it after these repairs are made. So I just need your approval for the quote for $17,171.
And we all know that you take good care of us, and you trust this company, and they've been doing very good work with us.
Yes, they've done great. I'm so glad Shannon gave me that name.
Yes.
He's been
I've
very
used them.
helpful.
I've used them a bunch too.
Do we have a balance in the
Yes.
stormwater account?
We are now, July 31st, I'm glad you asked, we are at $206,434.78 as of July 31st in our Fund 1197. So we've had a tax draw, and pretty good shape, I say.
I make a motion that we approve the repairs by Cooley out at the Bluegrass Estates that Angie has presented.
I'll second it.
Roll call, please.
Miss Reagan,
Yes.
Mr. Borchers,
Yes.
Mr. King,
Yes.
and Mr. Henry.
Yes.
Angie, did he give you a timeline when he could start it and how long it might take?
No, but I will get a confirmation on that, and I will send you all an email to update you.
And then if you would see Mr. Corkle about that.
I'll reach out to Mr. McCorkle.
And we probably could send the highway guys out there just with some riprap to, but once you go out there or talk to him, I'd appreciate it. See what you think.
Thank you.
Can I add something for new business, please? I've been working on an issue with a elderly couple out off of Smithfield and what's the crossroad there, Tommy?
Whitney.
Whitney. And we did some work out there. Tommy, the surveyor's office, had done some work out there probably a couple years ago, and put some ditching in and whatnot. And then we kind of got the problem resolved. Well, then County Highway come in, and they put a new culvert under the road, which has since started putting more water back on this property.
Yeah.
I talked to Tommy about it. Tom went out and looked at it. I'd been out there a couple of times and met with these people, and they They got some neighbors kind of across the other side of the road that have done some new ditch work and is running water all over on their property. It seems like everything's running over on their property. A lot of it's woods, but the problem I have with the new culvert County Highway put under there, all the water now is running over their drive, and it kind of sets in the corner of the cornfield. We do have a line, how many feet down there, Tom?
From the driveway, it's about 800 feet.
So we do have a line that's about 800 feet away, but I had Tom get me just a rough quote on what it would cost to run a line up so we could try to keep that water off their drive, and that water that's coming over from the new culvert pipe that the highway department put in, try to redirect that water underground anyway.
Well,
And it's about $10,000 or $11,000
Yeah,
is what you
Yes.
got me.
now,
so
now when
far,
you
Tom.
say line, are you saying, because I've seen the culvert, so you're saying take a line to it south underneath their driveway?
correct.
Because I think their culvert underneath their driveway needs to be jet rotted too.
Tom and I talked about, there is 2 or 3 culverts under their drive, and the ends of them are smashed and some of them's full. I don't disagree with you. I think we probably ought to, if we cut the ends of those culverts off, I think there's enough there we could cut off
Correct.
and get those draining again also. And Tommy, you got a relationship with that farmer there? Is that correct?
Yes, I mean, I know who he is, and I think he'd be all about it. Plus, there's a little bit of issue down there at the end that we can resolve at my office at the same time, so it'll be a good joint venture. There was some issue where the farmer got into the new tile that we put in, and I think there's a little bit of fall issue that we need to dig back up once the crops come off.
So I don't know if we'll
Get this up on the
we'll have a
Right,
meeting,
yeah.
of course,
page is that?
the
No,
last
okay.
quarter.
Is this it? Yeah. So what farmer, I mean, it's
Yeah, so this
right here, so it's gonna go south, so you're talking about this guy?
This is Mr. Hurd.
Okay,
And then this is our tile from here all the way. It comes on north. It's good tile. And this is good tile. This is brand new tile all the way up to this road.
I mean, this is your responsibility.
Yeah, the problem is right here. the
Well, I
tile-
thought the problem was up here, because
No, that's what
going,
it is, yeah.
going underneath.
So, my personal recommendation would be to go another 100 foot north of their driveway
Right.
where the new culvert is put in and catch the water there versus trying to catch it by their driveway, because I think that's gonna have the most advantageous.
So you're talking about burying it.
Yeah, about probably like an 8-inch tile.
About-
And running that south to our county main.
Okay.
So I guess,
I was just hoping to dig it on top, but yeah, if you're wanting to spend that kind of money,
well, I'd like to get it fixed. I mean, everybody's running water over there on them, and
well, if you see the lay of the land, when they, land water went to the west, and that
Yeah.
woods was just there, but,
I would like permission. You're saying 10 to 11,000. Did that include clear up to where that line's at?
That was labor materials from the new culvert that the county put in south all the way, including there's some sewer and some other stuff in there that we need to be careful of. That's why he had not to exceed 11,000 on there, so.
Well, I would like permission not to exceed $15,000 to try to get that job done.
are you okay with Angie? Because, I mean, we were always taught you're not supposed to dump water on someone, but this was done years ago.
Some of it's been done recently with his neighbors.
Well, the county opened that back up for some
Yeah.
reason, and,
Question is,
Right, that's what we're gonna,
That's what Tommy and I had talked about.
nothing in our record.
right,
We're all retired.
what we'll do is, after it's in, and I check it out, make sure everything's in there, what we'll do is we'll actually accept that as an extension to a county regulated drain, and then it's under the maintenance fees from now until whenever.
okay,
I'll second it.
okay, very good. Roll call, please.
Was there a motion made?
I
Oh, I'm
made a
sorry.
motion not to
I
exceed
second.
$15,000
I'm sorry.
on that. Do you know that address, Tommy? I can't remember the address.
Yeah.
Oh, I do not. It's at the corner of Smithfield Pike and Whitney Road, but
Yeah.
The house address is 2221 South Whitney Road. That's where that woods is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
back, they're west on
All
the
right,
woods.
so it's that address.
2221 South Whitney Road, Selma.
Do you have that for the minutes? Okay.
Yeah,
And I made the motion not to exceed
Okay.
15,000.
okay.
James seconded.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Borchers?
yes.
Miss Reagan?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
And Mr. Henry?
Yes.
Well, I appreciate you guys getting out there because I know it's been troublesome for that family. And thank you, Angie, for taking care of Bluegrass. Okay, I really don't have any other new business. Do you guys have anything?
I do not.
Because we know that you have to have good drainage. Mr. Donetti, you have any report or?
Good morning, Jason Zanetti, Stormwater Educator. I wanted to get some feedback on our annual White River cleanup. We've done that for many years now, and we were planning for September 19th. We always do it on the third Saturday of September, and we cover Muncie and Delaware County. We do 15 miles of river all the way through Daleville. But with cases on the rise with COVID-19 and all of that, we're starting to get a little bit concerned about bringing that many people together. We can typically average 300 to 500 volunteers. We send volunteers out on buses. We have a lot of people walking and, participating through canoes. So I just wanted to get some feedback from you. We're having a steering committee meeting on Thursday at 1 to discuss this. I wanted to get your thoughts because
Well,
I personally don't think it's a good idea getting everyone together, and I think if you do get a large gathering, 250 or more, you have to have a plan approved by the health department.
okay.
I was wondering if maybe you could, just my thought, maybe you could break the river up into sections, whether it's a half mile or a mile, and do it with maybe 10 people at a time on different days. I don't
Okay.
know, just a thought.
No, that's a good thought.
well, social media is so popular now, and we do want to be safe. And I was picking up some trash on the West Jackson Street Bridge. And I said to myself, when I found this big lug of some kind of a lug nut or something,
Yeah,
I'm saving that from going down the river.
yeah,
So what you could just do on social media, just say, grab a bag and go out and catch a sidewalk, a river
Yeah.
bed and do it safely.
okay.
It's good exercise, and you would not believe how fast you pick up trash, and 2 hours later, you can go back to that same spot, and there's new trash there.
Yeah,
Trust me,
Yeah,
people
we've
have
been-
not learned to keep their trash in their car.
well, we've done the White River cleanup for 12 years, and we've removed over 100,000 pounds of trash and over 700 and some tires, so it does keep finding a way back.
Yeah,
But that's a good suggestion to maybe consider splitting it up into smaller groups, doing different sections to be safe.
yeah.
And, because I do think it would be difficult I think we would have lower numbers because of COVID, obviously, than we have had in the past, but it would be difficult to manage that safely with everything that's going on. So I'll take that back to the steering committee and update you when we figure out, what we're going to do. And we've delayed the Mississinawa River cleanup as well because of these circumstances, so.
Yeah.
And then we've also canceled our camp this year that we talked about the last meeting and stuff like that, so. And then trainings that we typically do are also on hold,
Yeah.
just to take all the precautions. And then lastly, Tony couldn't make it today, but she did send her IDEM reports to everybody via email, so. That's all I have. Thank you for the feedback and suggestion.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And we appreciate your work on educating people, Jason. Yes, I have Tony's report that she turns in from April. And, let's see, she's so thorough. So I'll enter this for adoption. Okay. Can't think of anything else. Anybody have any?
Claims.
Oh, our expenses, approval of claims, we have from April 1st to July 31st, expense of $42,814.26.
Make a motion, we approve the claims as presented.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Riggin,
Yes.
Mr. Borchers.
Yes.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
Thank you. And our next meeting will be in October, I had that down, but
October 19th.
19th. So we'll see everybody then. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. You're dismissed. Thank you.